Now we're going to talk about Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's kills over 85,000 people per year. It's a horrible disease. Why? Because it makes people suffer and makes the loved ones around them suffer also for a long time before the disease finally takes them out. It's a progressive degeneration of the brain. First indicators are loss of memory and short-term memory, and it progresses until finally the various functions of the body just cease to work properly. Well, I want you to know there's something you can do about that. Now, there are some specific things that are associated with the development of Alzheimer's. They are the buildup of amyloid beta plaque on the brain cells themselves, the buildup of certain types of proteins in the brain, also the entangling of brain cells. Those are characteristic of it and what cause the problems. There are also some single nuclear polymorphisms, some genetic tests that we can do to pinpoint the probability or likelihood of developing these diseases so you can come up with a plan to decrease the likelihood of developing the condition. They are MTHFR and APOE. You've heard me mention the MTHFR mutation frequently. It's involved in the homocysteine metabolism. You see, you eat certain foods that have methionine, an amino acid. Your body should be able to turn it into cysteine, which is a sulfur-bearing amino acid that has a lot to do with connective tissue and also your arteries. And remember, there's arteries throughout your brain. So if you get stuck at the homocysteine part, it becomes very irritating and causes damage to the brain. The other one is the APOE. That is involved with the antioxidant or the oxidative control of the brain. If you have that particular mutation, your likelihood of being able to fend off oxidative damage to the brain is decreased. Specific nutritional supplements designed to inhibit the expression of these genes are curcumin. In fact, there's some exciting research with curcumin in animal studies that shows that it actually reverses amyloid beta buildup. That's pretty exciting stuff. Ribose is a special type of a sugar that supplies energy for the cells, particularly the brain cells, to go through their activities. It takes a lot of energy to think. There seems to be a disturbance in energy production in those people that have these particular genetic markers. Phosphatidylserine helps the brain cells create the various molecules that you remember with, the acetylcholine. Carnosine, not carnitine, but carnosine, inhibits glycation formation. Amyloid beta is actually a type of glycation formation. Ubiquinol is a specific antioxidant that has the unusual ability. It's a type of coenzyme Q10. It can cross the blood-brain barrier and get inside of the cells to prevent oxidative damage inside of the brain cells. Follow-up tests to see if we've actually suppressed the expression of these genes would be homocysteine. We like to see that number under 7.5. That's a regular laboratory test. There's also the ASI test, arterial stiffness test. It can be done by a machine called the cardiovision. It can measure the amount of plaque buildup in the artery in the arm, the brachial artery, which correlates very closely to coronary artery occlusion or plaque buildup, which correlates to what's going on in the brain. And blood pressure. So I want you to know, this is not a sentence. If you have this particular genetic mutation, there's things you can do to stop it from occurring.
Change the course of your life forever. Contact DNA Life Extension now before it's too late.